In the middle of ocean, a ship's crane pulls up an old metal coffin from deep water. While Discord watches, her crew open it. Inside they find Quinn, who's still alive because she's immortal. At the same time, in Croatia, a team of immortal fighters is working to stop a dangerous arms dealer. One of them, Andy, used to be immortal too, but she lost that power 6 months ago. Even so, she's still with her old team. They're spying the arms dealer's house, waiting for the perfect time to attack. When one guard steps away to pee, Andy and her ex-CIA friend Copley quietly sneak up and knock him out. Meanwhile, Nikki and Joe are sneaking around when they bump into 2 guards. A fight starts, and one guard pulls a knife and cuts off Joe's thumb. Joe stays cool, stabs the guard back, and then casually picks up his thumb and sticks it back on his hand. Because Joe is immortal, his thumb magically heals and reattaches. After that, they fire shots in the air and steal 2 cars to lure the guards out of the house. The guards get on their bikes and chase them, leaving the house unguarded. This lets Andy and Copley sneak inside. But more guards show up and start shooting, so Andy and Copley duck for cover. There, Andy notices a sword on the wall and grabs it. She starts the fight and kills all the guards within seconds. On the other hand, on the river, ex-Marine Niall in a boat starts shooting the guards near the back of the house. Then, she crashes her boat into the stairs and jumps off. More enemies appear, but she doesn't stop, shooting while running. She climbs a wall like it's no big deal and gets to the balcony. Then, a bullet hits her neck, but because she is immortal, her wound heals instantly. Inside the house, Andy and Copley are in the middle of a fierce fight. At that moment, Niall leaps off the balcony, grabs a nearby flag and swings across the wall with it. She smashes through a window, landing right next to Andy, and kills the last guard. Meanwhile, up on Mountain Road, the chase also continues. The guards in cars open fire, so Joe and Nikki shoot back, taking out a few of them. After that, they drive their cars close, and Nikki tries to climb out of his window to jump into Joe's car. During this, they get rid of the bikers, and finally Nikki gets into Joe's car. As they drive back down the road, another enemy vehicle appears out of nowhere and slams into them. The collision sends Joe and Nikki's car off the edge, plunging into the sea below. Now they have to swim to shore to keep the mission going. On the other hand, Andy, Copley, and Niall charge upstairs, taking out any guards who get in their way. They keep pushing forward until they spot the arms dealer. With a few precise shots, they knock him over the balcony and he falls to his death. And before they head out, Niall sees a spear and steals it as a keepsake. That evening, while celebrating, Copley gets a call from his CIA friend who said they didn't kill the main arms dealer. Then he sends Copley a security camera picture, revealing that the real boss is Discord. And Niall realizes she recognizes Discord because she saw her in a dream. In the dream, Discord was in a library where she killed a man and stole some books. Afterward, in Paris, we see Booker, who was sentenced to loneliness, since Andy kicked him off the team for betraying them. When he returns to his apartment, he finds the door open, so he pulls out his gun. Inside, he finds Quinn waiting with one of her goon. Before he can do anything, they grab him and take him to a secluded beach house. There, she keeps pushing him for information about where Andy is, but Booker swears he doesn't know. Now Quinn got angry because she thought Andy was trapped like she was, but now she realizes Andy's been free all this time and hasn't even tried to look for her. Meanwhile, the team takes a break. Joe tells Nikki he wants to spend some time alone in France. Nikki agrees, but he senses Joe's hiding something suspicious. Nikki takes Niall and they secretly follow Joe into the city. They discover Joe's been dropping off groceries for Booker. This leads to an argument between Nikki and Joe about Booker's past betrayal. Before the fight escalates, Niall interrupts, saying she checked Booker's apartment and he was gone. Instead, she found blood smeared on the walls and floor. Meanwhile, Andy and Copley go to Korea to meet Tua, an immortal who refused to join the team. Andy suspects Tua as the man Niall saw in her dream, so she asks him about. Tua agrees to talk and takes them to his hidden library, where he keeps records of all the immortals' histories. There they look the books and notice some are missing, which confirms Niall's dream is real. Now Tua tells to them that Discord, the first immortal, stole from him. They used to be friends and were both there 500 years ago when religious extremists captured Andy and Quinn. Tua pleaded with Discord to help save them, but she refused and just left. Tua was able to rescue Andy, but it was too late for Quinn. She'd already been thrown into the ocean. While hiding from World, Discord worked hard to gain wealth and power to protect herself from humans, which is why she's been working with arms dealers. Tua says he's not sure why she's back now, but she stole the books that contain the history of Andy's team. Andy then reveals she's no longer immortal, and she's worried Discord might know this. After that, the group returns to their safe house where Tua meets the rest of the team. They meet and share updates. When Joe gets a call from Booker asking to meet, Joe and Nikki go pick him up and bring him to the safe house, but no one is happy he's back. Now Booker tells Andy that Quinn is free and gives her a letter. The letter tells Andy to meet at a special place. Overwhelmed, Andy rushes to a car to go alone, but Niall insists on joining her for support. While driving, Andy remembers the terrible day she lost Quinn. Everything was chaotic, and Andy was so angry she almost killed an innocent man. But thinking of Quinn, she stopped. Later, they stop at a gas station. There, Andy tells Niall that she's scared Quinn won't recognize her, and now was shocked to see Andy afraid because she always sees Andy as fearless. The next day, Andy meets Quinn again while Niall stays back and keep an eye on them. Andy says sorry and explains that she tried hard to find Quinn, but she failed. When Andy asked Quinn to join the team, Quinn refused, saying she didn't want to fight for humanity anymore. Seeing that Andy won't leave her team for her, Quinn walks away. Andy follows her in signaling Niall to stay back. Just then, Niall sees Discord leaving a building. At the same time, Andy tries to convince Quinn to stay and talk, but Quinn won't listen and starts fighting her. Both are super skilled, turning the alley into a battleground. The fight goes on until Niall jumps in, yelling that Discord is right behind them. But Discord smirks and walks away, so Niall runs after her. During this, Quinn says Niall's name, so Andy realizes that Discord have rescued Quinn, and now they're working together. The situation gets heated, and both start fighting again. In the fight, Quinn rips off Andy's necklace, which she had given her long ago. When Quinn starts running, Andy tries to chase, but she vanishes into the crowded streets. While Neil goes to the church looking for Discord, she finds her there, and they start talking. She mocks Andy and the team, saying they are fools, using their powers to help humans, who have treated them so badly for centuries. Then Discord reveals she and Niall are somehow linked, pointing out they have the same birthmark on their arms. She also said Niall will be the last immortal. Before Niall can ask more, Discord leaves, leaving Niall confused. After this, the team gathers at their hideout to plan their next steps. And later, when Tua was in the library, Booker came there, so Tua asked Booker if Neil ever wounded Andy. Booker says that when Niall first met Andy, they fought, and Niall stabbed her. This makes Tua think of an old legend, leading him to suspect Niall might have a rare power to take away immortality. If this is true, he fears that Discord could use this power to destroy all immortals. He also said that according to the legend, if Niall wounded an immortal, they get a rare option to pass their immortality to someone else before losing it. Afterward, Booker goes to Andy's room and tells Andy he thinks he should leave now, but she says he can stay. Then Booker said he wants to die someday because living forever feels meaningless without an end. Meanwhile, Discord meets Quinn at the airport and fuels Quinn's anger, telling her to take revenge. Quinn, already fed up with Andy and humanity, agrees. Later, in Indonesia, a truck races toward a nuclear facility. Guards fire at it, but the truck crashes through the gates and blows up. They think the driver's dead, but it's Quinn, who heals fast and gets up. She grabs a guard hostage to keep the guards busy while hidden shooters take them out. Chaos spread as more vehicles slam into the building, panicking the workers. The goons keep shooting guards, while Quinn charges inside, aiming for the most protected areas. On the other hand, Booker sees Niall practicing outside and asks for a friendly match. Tua also came there and asks to join them too. The three of them fight, showing off their awesome skills, especially against multiple opponents. During the match, Niall accidentally cuts Booker's arm and says sorry, and they leave. Later, Booker quietly shows Tua that the cut isn't healing, confirming that he's lost his immortality. Nervous, Booker told Tua to keep it a secret from Andy. After that, the team gathers in the library, where Copley shows them the security video of the nuclear plant. The videos show Quinn and her goons have taken control of the place and planted a bomb in the reactor. If it explodes, it could cause a huge disaster. The team knows it's a trap for them, but they have to go and try to stop it. A few hours later, the team arrives at the nuclear plant on bikes, and Copley stays outside, acting like a high-tech mission control. As they go inside, they notice small bombs planted all over there. Then suddenly goons surround them. With bombs nearby, no one dares shoot. This leads to a fierce hand-to-hand fight with swords and axes. While the fight is going wild, Nikki, Tua, and Joe spot a door and keep moving forward. Suddenly, a small explosion hits in the corridor, but it doesn't slow them down much. They reach the control room and again attack by more goons. They handle the attackers easily, but then the doors slam shut, trapping them in. And before they can do anything, liquid nitrogen pours into the room, freezing them instantly. Then goons come to the control room and put their frozen bodies in bags and take them away. In the core room, 2 goons sneak up on Andy, zap her with a taser, and knock her to the ground. Niall sees this and tries to jump to help Andy, but the pipe she grabs breaks, causing her to fall and get buried under debris. Andy, furious, quickly takes down the 2 attackers, but when she looks for Niall, she can't find her anywhere. Outside, Copley sees goons coming, so he starts shooting, but they are too many and they quickly capture him. Meanwhile, Andy is worried because she can't get anyone on the radio. Suddenly, she's attacked by goons who hold her down. Just when things seem bad, Booker shows up and takes out the enemies. But then an explosion blocks the doorway, so they have to find another way to escape. Just then, Andy figures out that Discord is controlling the doors, so she starts breaking the security cameras. While she's doing this, Booker surprises her by noticing that her injuries are healing. He admits he gave her his immortality. While fighting in the next corridor, Andy gets cut, but she watches the wound heal instantly, proving Booker was telling the truth. Just then, more goons appear. Realizing they're outnumbered, Booker runs through a door and sacrificing himself to hold off the attackers. Andy desperately tries to open the door, but it's stuck. On the other side, Booker is shot over and over but fights fiercely, taking out all the goons before finally collapsing, dead. Meanwhile, Niall crawls out from under the debris and heads to the center of the facility where she finds Quinn. She tries to warn Quinn that Discord is controlling her, but Quinn doesn't believe her and attacks. They fight intensely, hitting each other hard until Niall manages to cut Quinn's stomach, which takes away Quinn's immortality. Right then, Discord sneaks up behind Niall and stabs her with a sword, knocking her out. Then, her goons take Niall's body away. Now the rest of the team out of action, Andy moves alone and finds the main bomb with Quinn sitting next to it, ready to set it off. They have a short, heartfelt talk about their past, their old values, and how much they've both changed. Andy's words finally reach her. In the end, Quinn decides not to trigger the bomb. Then suddenly, she hears noise and runs outside, spotting Discord loading the captured team members' bodies into 2 helicopters. Without thinking, Andy dashes forward and jumps onto one of the helicopters as it takes off. She smashes the window with her axe and holds on tight while the pilot spins the chopper wildly to shake her off. But she keeps climbing, so one of the pilots shoots at her, hitting her hard enough to knock her off the helicopter, and she crashes onto the facility below. It takes her a few minutes to recover, which gives one helicopter time to escape. The second helicopter stays close, and Discord makes a bold move, signaling Andy to join her. But instead of getting in, Andy pushes Discord out, and they both crash to the ground. Discord tells her pilot to stay back as she gets up, ready to take on Andy in a fierce one-on-one fight. Both are evenly matched in a fierce sword fight, both landing hard hits. While grappling up close, Andy notices Discord's wounds aren't healing, meaning she's not immortal anymore. Andy realizes Discord's plan was to kidnap the team so Niall could pass immortality to her. The fight goes on, but Discord gets the upper hand, stabbing Andy through the chest and leaving her badly hurt. As Discord escapes by helicopter, Andy swears she'll rescue her captured friends. Later, Andy searches Tua's library for clues but finds nothing. She also helps Quinn heal from her injuries, leaving their past fights behind. Together, they prepare for a new mission: to stop Discord.